security because funding runs out for much of DHS. Democrats, including Senator Chris Murphy, blocked new money, demanding immigration enforcement reform.
If the agency starts behaving lawfully, if they start obeying the Constitution, then we can get back on the same page. This is an exceptional moment in this country's history.
And though ICE operations are already funded,
the consequences of a shutdown hit federal employees at a range of agencies. Republicans say you could see an impact at the airport or in disaster recovery zones. Tens of thousands of employees at FEMA and TSA may need to work without pay for the third time since October.
Fox's Chad Pergam at the Capitol. They have found a glove inside Nancy Guthrie's home, and on day 13 of the search for her, the FBI says the masked man in gloves seen on video around the time of the 84-year-old's kidnapping is 5'9" or 10.
Reward for the information leading to an arrest has been increased to $100,000. The suspect is also believed to be carrying a backpack called an Ozark Trail Hiker backpack. The FBI believes that is what he was carrying that night.
Fox's Matt Finn in Tucson, Arizona. We will be less safe, less healthy, and less able to fight climate change. That's what former President Obama posted on X, reacting to President Trump rescinding what's called the endangerment finding that he calls a hoax and a scam from the Obama era in 2009 that underpins a lot of climate regulations to limit greenhouse gases.
This was a ripoff of the country by Obama and Biden.
Democratic governors and environmental groups plan legal challenges to the EPA deregulation. There's a new crew headed to the International Space Station.
Ignition and liftoff. Go Falcon, go Dragon.
That SpaceX launch early this morning comes weeks after the last crew was brought home early from the station when one astronaut had a medical condition needing treatment. America's listening to Fox News.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Here's the tale of Tina, searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Till Good RX wrote in, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
I put it to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
President Trump will hit the road today.
This week, White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt announced the president and first lady are headed to Fort Bragg in North Carolina
to meet with military families and the heroic members of our special forces who carried out the successful Operation Absolute Resolve in Venezuela and helped bring narco-terrorist Nicolas Maduro to justice.
He's expected to arrive in Fayetteville this afternoon. Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, are being held in the Metropolitan Detention Center in New York. They've pled not guilty to federal drug trafficking charges and are next due in court March 17th. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
We'll get an inflation update this hour. Gauging consumer prices last month expected to show an increase in the annual rate, which was 2.5% in December. And that report could affect the stock market. For now, futures are falling the day after a big sell-off dragged the Dow down 669 points. Well, this is a bad day for triskaidekaphobiacs. Friday the 13th.
Before you don hockey masks and grab your machetes, maybe you'd like to know why there's such a taboo surrounding a month's 13th day falling on a Friday. While there's no single or well-accepted explanation, there are some origin stories, and none of them involve a bunch of teenage camp counselors neglecting a kid who drowns in a lake. Much of the ick associated with Fridays the 13th is associated in Christian lore and history, like when in 1307 France's King Philippe IV arrested the Knights Templar on Friday, October 13th, whereas Norse tradition suggests the trickster god Loki arrived as an uninvited 13th guest at a dinner party and fooled Hor, the Viking god of darkness, into killing Balder, their god of joy. Eben Brown, Fox News.
A Norwegian cross-country skier just had an all-time Winter Olympics record with his 8th gold medal. Johannes Husflo Kleibo could set the record in upcoming events. The U.S. so far 14 medals in these Olympics. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Officials from Strides Homeless Shelter in Champaign asking for your help in keeping their doors open beyond April. The shelter was supposed to close in February. Right now, it costs them about $150,000 per month to house nearly 70 people a night. The shelter is stretching about $130,000 of grants to stay afloat through mid-April. Experience Champaign-Urbana rolling out a full slate of February events, from live music and cultural festivals to family-friendly outings and food-based experiences. Organizers say the month designed to highlight local creativity and community connections. Urbana Mayor Deshaun Williams spoke at the University YMCA, emphasizing how community-driven action shapes local justice and long-term progress. His talk opened the Spring Friday Forum series and touched on the homelessness initiatives, immigration concerns, as well as his broader vision for Urbana's future. That's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Well, good morning. It is February 13, 2026. It is Friday, and tanned, rested, and ready. Diane Ducey has returned.
Yes, tan, rested, and ready.
From Florida, and yeah, nice weather down there.
So
nice beach picture there, Diane.
Yes,
I like that.
Just
that
my
surf
feet,
shot
toes in the sand, with the waves lapping up on the sand. It was wonderful.
Yep.
Well, we're glad you're back.
Done.
Glad you had a fun time. We've had pretty darn good weather here, Greg. Greg's done a great job with his forecast.
We almost beach weather. We thought about it, but too much work to do.
Yeah. Anyway, good to have you listening.
Too much basketball stuff.
Well, but that's for sure. Yeah, and football stuff. Got a new defensive coordinator in Bobby Houck, and he's been on all week with various clips. Brett Bielema's been featuring him. He did a presser yesterday.
Nice.
Brett Bielema did a 9-minute interview. Brett was the host.
So Montana's head coach.
Yeah, Montana, the Grizzlies, and he's a wonderful head coaching record. He also coached head coach at UNLV. Brett met him about 15, 16 years ago, and he called Bobby Houck, the defensive coordinator, and wanted to know if he was interested. He had heard that a couple of NFL teams had already called him, and he was impossible to reach. Brett said it was going to voicemail. He finally got hold of his son, who he knows, and the son said he's doing the retired coach thing. He's fly fishing where the phones don't work. and so after his fly fishing, he called Brett. Brett got him on the phone, said, "How do you like to be defensive coordinator?" It was the only guy he offered. And got the plane into Champaign Monday, and boom, he's on social media.
Nice.
So, there you go.
And he said, we're going to be relentless. We're going to play every play like it's the last play. We're going to chase people down. So it's going to be kind of a different look.
Okay.
And he has this 3-3-5, but he said yesterday, not necessarily going to be 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive. They're going to all he's going to use what he has and not going to force it, which I think is smart. If you don't have the right athlete to play this spot, then you're not going to do exactly. It's going to be kind of a let's put it together, see how it looks thing. But we know we have Xavier Scott and Matt Bailey coming back, and those are 2 core guys that have been around a long time.
Well, it looks like Caden Bacon asked for a meeting and said, I want to be tied in.
Yeah, I heard about that. He's a running back, right?
Running back, 250-pound running back, but Brett said, oh, no, he's transferring.
Right, when he asked for a meeting.
Right. So anyway, that's cool news, and I think he'll probably be a very good tight end. He to me, had lost the step over the last couple. He didn't look as quick, but he sure can run in the open field if he catch it. He can catch the ball, and he had a 60-yard touchdown against USC this year. But he was out in the open, in the flat, got the ball, and down the field.
That's right.
Really, really fast.
And sometimes your better tight ends end up being your better blockers.
That's right. And if he can block and he can catch the football and go down the field, there's some great tight ends in the end. Travis Kelce's made a good living.
Yeah, there you go.
A lot of good ones. All right, Greg Soley is here. The weather forecast brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, always looking good for good members of the team. If you're interested and there's opportunities for growth, visit carl.org/careers.
All right, it's 7:09. Mr. Meteorologist Greg Solier, what you seeing on the weekend, sir?
Well, fine stretch of weather expected here for this Valentine's weekend, President's weekend as well. If you have the day off on Monday, plenty of opportunity to get out, get a walk in, whatever you have up your sleeve. Maybe finally take down the Christmas decorations, because no excuses here with mild days, pleasantly cool nights, and some rain in the forecast, and hopefully make a little bit of a dent in this expanding extreme drought pattern that continues almost its teleconnection here across a wide area of east central Illinois into parts of central and northeast Indiana and into northwest Ohio. Maybe loosen up these grounds where these mild air returns and ease up the frost in them, and hopefully get some of this rain to stick going forward. But none of that of significance until we get into the middle and late portions of next week. And even prior to that, maybe some record and near record setting warmth. But in the meantime, temps range from 21 at the Kankakee to 34 at St. Louis. We said at 30 now at Willard and Savoy, 25 at Rantoul, 51 today, comparing to a normal high of about 35, 36. Light south-southwesterly wind and sunshine. That breeze will pick up, by the way, for the afternoon, a little gusty. Increasing clouds tonight down to 32. Tomorrow, partly sunny, mild, and maybe a sprinkly shower late in the day and towards evening time, a high about 53. Touch of light rain in spots tomorrow night. Best coverage is at about south of Champaign County, and a low down to 38. And maybe a couple of sprinkles early in the day Sunday. Sun comes back for the midday and afternoon. 54 there. 58 on Monday. Up close to 60 Tuesday. Some record near record setting warmth those days, as well as Wednesday, maybe Thursday next week. But those 2 days feature some shower activity, with the temperatures cooling slightly into the lower 50s for late next week on Friday. For CVD Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, weekend time. We got Fighting Illini basketball Sunday at noon against Indiana. The Hoosiers are in town. Game, obviously, we need to win. And I don't know. I don't know Andrei Stojakovic. Don't know.
Right.
Kylan Boswell looked pretty close in the pregame.
Right.
As he's dribbling with both hands and was working pregame, and everybody got video of it, and he looks pretty darn good. So soon, I would think, we need our full complement of players to be what we want to be.
That's
but
right.
There was a guy on CBS Sports going through the whole thing, and they were asking him about Iowa State. He said Final Four. They asked him about Purdue. He said Elite Eight. He thinks Kentucky will get beat in the first game. Oh, he's just going through the litany. He goes to Nebraska. He says, Nebraska, championship game. And then they said Illinois, champions.
Really?
This is CBS Sports, and again, we don't really need that kind of talk right now.
Right.
We're trying to win a basketball
Everybody
game.
Take a breath.
After losing 2. But listen, we have a very, very good basketball team. We could lose in the first round. We all know that. But this team could go deep. We're going to have to rebound our brains out like we've been doing for most all the season. I think we lost the rebounding battle to Connecticut. I think UConn out-rebounded us, and then the Michigan State did too, by 10. That was the worst beating we've taken on the board. So we're just real good. But we got to be healthy. I mean, everybody has to be healthy. So here's hoping that we're healthy and that we're going to see Kylan Boswell very soon. We'll need Kylan, I think, on the road at USC, at UCLA. Won't be easy, folks.
Yeah.
They're very good basketball teams, and particularly in their place. So, all right, so 7:13, there's a race for governor this year in the state of Illinois, and somebody got creative.
Down in Springfield, there's a fella in a big tall chair. Says he's for the people, but we ain't so sure he cares. Raised our taxes higher, said he had a master plan. But every time he talks, it sounds like smoke and sleight of hand. He doubled up the gas tax, called it just a cost, while folks are counting pennies, wondering what they lost. Says he's fighting for the future, but it's getting hard to see when every road we drive on costs a little more for me. Oh, JP, what you doing to the state?
It's got a little catchy tune, doesn't it?
I like it.
Good beat, and I can dance to it.
Sending money to your buddy, saying everything's just fine. We're paying for your dreams while you're sipping fancy wine.
I think it's pretty good. Well produced. Anyway,
who is that? Do you know?
I don't.
Okay.
It came from the Damon Bailey X account. So
okay, gotcha.
Pretty good.
We have a local singer, Braden Pridemore, who did a country show for Tolono Fun Day last year. That is Farmer Takes a Wife person. The reality show, and he's going to be on that.
Oh, good for him.
Exactly.
Anyway, there's your J.B. Pritzker spoof song, and I think it's got a good beat and you can dance to it. It's what they used to say on the Dick Clark Show.
There you go.
All right, we check your sports headlines.
Well, Illinois is out of the gate with their baseball program and playing in Tampa. Illinois softball lost yesterday to Auburn 8-0. They're in Alabama. So day 2 today with a couple of games at 9 and 2. We already talked about Illinois and Indiana Sunday at noon and mentioned some of the football headlines that have been coming in. Also, I mentioned the Caden Fagan choice to move to tight end and running back with Jordan Anderson. They feel pretty firm with that. And Bobby Houck, do you want to air
Not yet.
a clip of that?
We got a clip here coming up.
Right.
But Bobby Houck is the new defensive coordinator, and he's an attack, which I like. You know, it's attack also means oop, the guy wide open, 75-yard touchdown. I mean, they're going to be plays like that as you start out. I mean, it's bound to be a lot of learning curve here, but I like the idea of getting after it and attacking. I
Absolutely.
Like it. He led the nation in 30 turnovers for his team up in Montana, I know, at least one year, and I think he was one of the top defenses every year in the conference he was in, but his winning record, 140 and 45, I mean, it's really good. So he's won a lot of football games, just got kind of tired of the administration part of war. And then every time Montana was good, he'd lose his players. They're going to go get paid somewhere. How unfun would that be to re-recruit everybody? So it's a whole changing world of football, particularly for your smaller schools. They just get cherry-picked and everybody knows it.
That's right. Well, I wonder about Andrei Stojakovic and with this ankle tweak, if he'll be back for the game against Indiana. I am noting that with that noon tip-off that it's Stripe the State Farm Center Day. So again, odd orange.
Okay, fine. Whatever you want to do.
Even sections are blue. Student is all orange.
All right.
If you want to take note, go ahead, because it does look good for the picture. And everybody get in your seat, in time so we can take that fun picture. Whenever that is.
Odd, it's orange.
Odd orange, yes.
All you have to do is remember O.
Right.
Orange is odd.
Right.
So there you go.
I don't know. We had Milwaukee over Oklahoma City, 110-93. NBA trending is LeBron James scored or assisted in the first 23 points. 28 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. Oldest player at the age of 41 to set a record
Pretty good.
for that triple-double.
Not easy.
As the Lakers beat Dallas 124-104 yesterday. Have you talked much about the Olympics and
Not
seen
really.
much, Stevie J?
Not really.
Okay, well,
No.
Italy leads the medal count with 17. Next is Norway with 16, and USA third at 14 with 4 gold, 7 silver, and 3 gold at this point. I have not seen much myself with all my beach time that I got in Pensacola Beach, Florida. But everybody said that wipeout of Lindsey Vonn just out of the gate was horrible.
Brutal,
and I
brutal.
didn't see that
Yeah,
either.
Brutal. You don't really want. She's had 3 surgeries already.
Oh, man.
All right, check your weather. Brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Always good jobs to have this summer. There's always good summer camps to sign in for. And these things you want to move fast for primo selection, urbanaparks.org.
Check your weather. Here's Greg.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Nice day's worth of weather ahead. South-southwesterly breezes will kick on in. Afternoon temperatures with sunshine up to about 51. Average high this time of the year in the middle 30s. Increasing cloudiness tonight will level off near freezing. Lighter southwest to south wind tomorrow. Partly sunny, mild. Maybe a couple of raindrops and sprinkles to the south and southwest of Champaign. Late in the day, the high near 53 and a light south wind. And a touch of light rain to overspread parts of the area tomorrow night. Down to 38 for the low. And a couple of sprinkles may linger into early Sunday. Then becoming partly cloudy, mild at 54. Some record and near record setting warmth with upper 50s Monday and Tuesday into the lower 60s Wednesday to near 60 on Thursday. And there's some rain in the forecast over the course of Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Hopefully some good coverages that amounts to ease the dryness and drought. High temperatures by late next week will cool just a little bit into the lower 50s with a more active weather pattern, but still relatively mild going forward over the second half of the month of February. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Since we opened our doors in 1868, Busey has fostered deep customer relationships and vibrant communities, embodying a legacy of partnership and progress. With multiple lines of business, we provide a range of financial solutions tailored to your needs. From digital banking to planning for retirement, Busey is here to help you achieve your financial goals. UC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The crypto slump took a toll on Coinbase Global in recent months. Coinbase reported a loss for the quarter. Bitcoin is trading under 67,000 today. It was over 120,000 last fall. Advance Auto Parts shares are up 6% after reporting an upbeat quarter. Wendy's earnings also top forecast, though that stock's losing ground. Wendy's sees global sales coming in flat for this year. Electric truck maker Rivian Automotive is still losing money, but not as much as Wall Street was anticipating. It's selling a lot more EVs and plans to boost production this year. Delivery service Instacart shares are up nearly 15%. Its profit fell in the recent quarter after a settlement with the FTC. The company denies the allegations. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
It's Will Kane Country.
Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota, he's now asking, is this a Fort Sumter? Of course, was the first battle of the United States Civil War. It's literally the dumbest thing a politician might have ever said. But Walz is in this situation where he's in a rhetorical death spiral. He has to outdo himself, and I think he has now hit the bottom.
Get the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
PDR Automotive in Urbana has been providing quality auto repair service for almost 50 years. Trusted by AAA Motor Club, PDR employs ASE certified technicians that use the latest in diagnostic equipment. They offer nationwide warranties and are even authorized to perform vehicle maintenance that won't void your factory warranty. Check them out 24/7 online at pdrauto.com. When you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481. They are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home basketball game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to State Farm Center. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Good morning, First Federal Savings Bank. How may I direct your call?
Speak with friendly, real people during lobby hours. It matters when you call First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana. A real person located at the bank. Not a recording answers your call during lobby hours. Personal, friendly service makes a difference. 217-356-BANK.
Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Rated 5-star superior by Bauer Financial, Inc. Fast, friendly, and local with local loan decisions and underwriting. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 435120.
All right, 7:24. Going to catch, I think Brother Johnny's on the road today, but he's going to be on the phone and see how the speakerphone sounds. We'll try him, but I think he's in South Dakota.
Okay.
So we will try and find him here coming up.
Sounds good. Good to be back. High School St. Thomas More with their daddy-daughter dance tonight. 130 dads have already signed up.
Wow. That'll be awesome.
It's a blast.
Well, it's Valentine's Day weekend.
Yes, it is.
There you go.
Do something special for your sweetheart. They say the average American spends $262 on their Valentine. I mean, I know a romantic meal might be high, but wow, that's a lot.
I'm
so glad Mike and I have a truce and just do a handwritten note to each other. So
that's nice.
We'll make that happen.
All right, let me play a little Bobby Houck. This is Brett Bielma. Bobby Houck.
I'm a player in the system that Bobby Houck and the defense staff is going to run here at the University of Illinois. I'm done playing my career, and I'm finishing up. What's one thing I'll be able to take away beyond football in the Bobby Houck defense?
Well, you're going to learn several things. You're going to learn work ethic. You're going to learn toughness. You're going to learn to persist when you've got adversity and to fight through things. And I think that those are all traits that we in college football develop. But in this defense, I mean, our guys are going to learn to be relentless. We're going to chase the ball. Our pursuit will be nonstop. We're going to play every play like it's the most important play of the game. We're going to finish every play. And then, you know, you and I watch a lot of ball at all levels, from high school to pro football. Tackling won't be a lost art at Illinois. We are going to be good tackling football.
I love that. Good tacklers, because a lot of times the fundamentals aren't there. Mm-hmm. And guys break tackles all the time on you. And so Bobby says we're going to be good at tackling.
Yeah.
And you know, relentless, chase them all the way. But there is something here. You have to have the athlete. So, you know, do we have them here now? Maybe. It's putting people in the right spot. Maybe there's somebody that wasn't in the right spot and is going to be put in the right spot and all that. But when Gary Moeller, I'm old enough to remember Gary Moeller in the late 70s. He was a coach that came from Michigan following Bob Blackman. Bob Blackman was good. He could never beat Ohio State and Michigan, but he beat everybody else. He was about a 500 coach. And so they bring Gary Moeller in and run the ball, punt. Run the ball, punt. See, he came from Michigan where they ran the ball, got a first down, and ran the ball. Mm-hmm. And then ran the ball, got a first down, We ran the ball, and punt. Because we didn't have the same athletes as Michigan.
That's right.
We couldn't do what Michigan did because their guys were better and bigger.
Got to have the horses.
So that's whatever system you think, we'll just do it Michigan. No, that doesn't work like that.
Sometimes they're lost in translation.
Yeah, well, we'll just dunk the ball. Well, not if your guys can't dunk the ball.
Right.
Right? You have to have the people. So it's possible, you know, Illinois' 19 wins in 2 years, the most ever. We just might have the right people. I don't think this is anything but a switch to a more kind of an attitude, like I'm coming after you kind of thing, and as opposed to I hope they don't score before halftime kind of feel. Mm-hmm. We're too soft, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I like aggressive. That's what Indiana was doing. They were doing that the whole 2 years at Kurt Signetti. Get after it.
Yep.
Every play we're playing hard. We're going to beat you 63-10 and won't care, you know.
Well, they're looking at new season ticket renewals now. iFund memberships available now. You know, they're following suit here at fightingillini.com for people to get all in behind our football.
I don't think there's going to be an open suite for a while. I think, you know, they were kind of dark 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of room. Come on
up. I remember.
Now I think we've got a demand problem, meaning the price can go up if you got enough people that'll pay it. So, yeah, and we've experienced that here in both football and basketball.
And then we'll have that giant Jumbotron, too, as we open up the season in early September. September 5th, we'll get out of the gate?
Yep, it's later this year.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when Labor Day is, so
that's
Labor Day's
right.
a little later. So, yeah, it'll be fun to see the Jumbotron. It won't fit in your basement, folks, so don't think about it. But it's going to be the biggest Jumbotron in college football.
That's right.
And I don't know, is that a geese thing? You want to allocate, I don't know what it costs, had to be millions and millions, right? I mean,
right.
Anyway, I think we'll see the replays really well.
Of course, the volunteers with the Champaign County Freedom Celebration are saying, can that be done by the 4th of July? Could we do the fireworks at Memorial Stadium like
That's
we
what they used to do, many years ago.
But I see UAB is our first contender on September 5th. Then we've got Duke coming in for that Hall of Fame weekend on September 12th.
Duke lost their best quarterback.
Oh, really?
He broke free and got more money somewhere else in Menza. Mm-hmm. And then their best wide receiver followed him. So Duke will be shorthanded from that standpoint. They won the ACC. So that's a good football team. They'll still be good when they come in. And then the first Big Ten game is
well, we've got
Ohio
the Salukis against SIU. That's September 19th, and Ohio State, September 26th.
That'll be a great way to go 1-0 at Columbus when we upset Ohio State on Game 4. That'd be fun.
Looks like the only game time we have is no, we don't even have Duke.
No, probably a little early. All right, we'll be right back. Brother Johnny next, 7:30.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Here's a tip for your next flooring project. Bring your photos to the new showroom at Flooring Surfaces. Our dedicated team can design an incredible look using a showroom filled with the latest fashions and innovations in floor covering, colorful ceramic tiles, performance vinyls, large format porcelains, fine wool carpets. If you saw it on your phone, make it a reality at Flooring Surfaces. Just call 217-398-1990 to schedule your design consultation today.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. We are careening toward another partial government shutdown. Senate Democrats blocking money for DHS.
This would now be the third government shutdown in just 5 months. Democrats say a Republican offer to keep the Department of Homeland Security funded falls short of their demands. Remember, Dems want 10 actions, including no masks for immigration agents and preventing DHS officers from entering private property without a judicial warrant.
Fox's Madeline Rivera, still no suspect in the search for Nancy Guthrie, missing for 13 days.
Authorities say they are looking for a male who is 5'9" to 5'10" tall with an average build. Officials also say the brand of backpack the suspect is seen wearing is a black 25-liter Ozark Trail hiker pack.
That's Fox's Chanley Painter. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A former Paxton pharmacist is going to be taking a plea deal after she was accused of illegally possessing a controlled substance outside of her job with intent of delivering it in 2023. Jenna Lee Vogel charged in February 24 last year with 2 counts of illegal possession of a controlled substance. Decade of data from the CU 1-to-1 mentor program shows how consistent adult support can transform student outcomes. Program leaders say long-term mentor relationships help students build confidence, improve academics, and navigate personal challenges, reinforcing the value of sustained community involvement in Champaign-Urbana schools. The Illini District Dental Society partnering with the Champaign-Urbana Public Health District and Parkland College's dental hygiene program to host Give Kids a Smile. Free clinic offers exams, cleanings, fluoride treatments, and hygiene education for children at any age with a caregiver required to attend. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Not a bad spell of weather for mid-February expected over the weekend. A March-like feel expected over the course of early to mid next week. Matter of fact, some record and near record setting more than possible, and some rain in the forecast to hopefully nibble away at some of the ongoing drought and dryness-related issues across a good part of the area. Mostly sunny, milder for the day today. South-southwesterly breezes will kick on in. 51 the high, down to 32 for tonight. Partly sunny, mild again tomorrow at 53. Maybe a couple of raindrops to the south-southwest of Champaign County towards evening time. And a little bit of rain overspread the area for tomorrow night. Nothing impressive about totals, and a low down to 38. A few sprinkles linger early on Sunday. Partly cloudy, mild in the afternoon, up to 54. Upper 50s to around 60s. Record, near record setting temperatures Monday, Tuesday, as well as Wednesday, Thursday next week. And some rain in the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday next week. High temperatures, as mentioned, upper 50s and lower 60s, and just some slight cooling with drier weather resuming late next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, 7:34. It is Friday morning. Glad to have you listening here on ESPN 93.5. St. Louis Cardinals have announced that I think for $100 now a year, you can actually watch their baseball games. So you'll be listening a lot to ESPN 93.5 as they work out their TV thing. I'm not ready to pay for it, and many of you aren't either, as it'll be kind of a developmental year. Good luck to my son-in-law, Jacob Hurtubise, on the road this morning on the way to Arizona, as he's driving with all the baby stuff. And then Grace and Holly will join him in a week when they move in Scottsdale, Arizona for 6 weeks.
Under the Milwaukee Brewers program.
Yes,
correct?
Milwaukee Brewers, and Jacob has had a really good off season being a new dad.
Yes.
And just enjoying life with the brand new baby and just been wonderful. And we're really going to miss him.
Coming in from Florida yesterday, I was listening to the Redbird Rush Hour with the pitchers and catchers reporting, and it was all a buzz about Matthew Liberatore. And will he be the one that starts the season?
Well, it's got a bunch of young people. I think the oldest guy we have is 28. So they dumped all their salaries, and now they start new with a strong spring trade. They traded their guys, hoping to get some youth and build up their number 2 now best minor league program is the Cardinals. They've got a bunch of good players with their veterans they traded. It's Brother Johnny on the road somewhere. Are you in South Dakota? Where are you?
We just left Rapid City in South Dakota, headed to Denver, Colorado, where we'll see Matthew again. Actually, Longmont, but beautiful out here. It's been nice. Boy, when the sun's shining, it feels like 60 or 70, but it was probably 50.
Well, that's nice.
And
so
it'll drop into 20.
Are you dealing with a lot of traffic, are you?
Let's see. Let's I see. I thought it was a car. No, nothing out here.
Okay.
Wide open in South Dakota.
Okay.
Really a nice state. I do like South Dakota. It's
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's there's a lot to do out here in the great Northwest Big Sky country, and a lot of people come through. This is not the season for it, but it's like Estes Park, starting around April and May. There'll be 4 or 5 million people through here.
Well, what are you driving?
Ford Expedition.
Yeah, rental.
Which I intentionally reserved one for this drive because of it's just such a good road car.
Yeah.
It's a Tahoe class kind of one of those big road cars.
I'm sure you miss your Subaru.
Yeah, the Subaru. It's a long drive from New Orleans.
Yeah, right. It's a long way.
So we flew to Denver.
Yeah.
And then I tell you, driving from New Orleans to Houston is about the same distance. Feels like when you get to Houston, you've been on the road 12 hours.
Wow.
This drive, you feel like you've been on the road 3 hours.
Nice.
So
you're headed back to Denver?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you'll fly home from there. I got you.
Well, we're going to Houston, then we're going down South Texas to see Bobby's brother. We're all over the map, Diane.
I like
Crazy.
Well, that's nice.
Fun.
That's a good time of life to get to do all that. That's fantastic. All right, to a few items this morning. Illinois hired a defensive coordinator. Johnny, did I tell you that?
Yes, you did. Sounds like a good one.
Yep, it's an attack. Bobby Houck is his name, former Montana Grizzly head coach who resigned after the year and said, I'm just tired of being a head coach. He's 61 years old, been head coach 20 years. Anyway, his overall record was 140-something and 45, or a really good overall record. And so he's an attack. He wants to get after the opponent. He says we'll be good tackling, and we're going to adjust to the athletes we have. It's a malleable kind of a style where you get an athlete and you put him in the right spot. It doesn't have to be the traditional defensive end, that kind of thing. So, I hope we're flying around and taking the ball away. He had one season with Montana where they took the ball away 30 times. That's a lot.
Well, I'll tell you what, that attack mode worked for Seattle, if you saw any of that.
That's right.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
They're coming from everywhere.
Yeah, no, it felt like the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl win were playing with 12 players. It really did. Extra guy. All right, here's your friend Steve Scalise talking about why the Democrats just won't vote for the Save America Act about voting.
Well, let me tell you, and it's been brought up. Try getting on an airplane and flying home tonight without showing a picture ID. Try going into a bar without showing a picture ID. Try getting into the Democrat National Convention without showing an ID. They required it. The same Democrats that are saying things like Jim Crow said you have to have an ID to get into their own convention because they know it's common sense. If you want to have a secure operation in anything, and elections are the most important franchise we have in America to protect democracy. And so, yes, we had a really important vote. Great to see one Democrat. Really perplexing why every other Democrat wanted to support voter fraud. That's really what you're supporting if you voted no tonight. You're saying you're okay with voter fraud. And that's a disgrace. Look at states that have done this. Georgia, they said all those same things, by the way, in the state of Georgia, that passed a voter ID requirement. And what happened in the next election after? You had actually higher voter participation. And in one part, I think it was because of the voter ID law, because then people had a higher confidence in their vote.
Well, I guess you would have more confidence if you think it's fair. If there are a lot of people that don't trust it at all. In fact, both sides say the other side cheats, Johnny.
Well, there's no competition there. The Republicans, if they do, they're getting creamed. But the SAVE Act has one good thing: is proof of citizenship, which means it's going to be more difficult to register the day of the election, and there won't be a bunch of people show up to try because they don't have proof of citizenship. Now, I think you'll see states like Illinois say, "Well, your driver's license is proof of citizenship," so they can give them to anybody they want. They'll count it, but then they'll have to go back and forth. But I still think it's the mail-in ballots and these remote drop boxes that are the bigger problem. But that same day or all the way through the election ability to register, which means no time to really look at who's registering and are they eligible. There's no time to do that when you're in line.
Yeah.
And that's a huge. And then the other part of that is, and this doesn't sound like it's changing, the people in the precincts can all register voters from remote, from where they're voting. And how do they vet them there, Steve? So also that means that the database is too easy to access to anybody. Any hacker. It doesn't even have to be a hacker. If you know an election day says, no, here's the code if you wanted to register. It's just ridiculous. It's the loosest thing ever. Just like Steve was saying. It's like you can't even get into their convention with it. I don't know. There's more.
Yeah. Well, you go to who's the senator from Georgia? He's a Democrat. Uh-oh.
That didn't sound good, Stevie.
That didn't sound good at all.
Senator from Democrat.
John Oss. Anyway, he you can't go to his rally without an ID. Oscott or whatever the guy's name is. He's Senator Democrat, Georgia, and you have to have an ID to get into his speech. So why isn't that racist as heck and repressive? And how could you? And you don't like black people. I mean,
John Ossoff.
John Ossoff. Mm-hmm. So let me see if I can get Johnny back. But I mean, there's no sense in this. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever that you can require that for the Democratic National Convention, and then turn around and say, yeah, you can't. Yeah, we're just talking about John Ossoff.
Mm-hmm.
He's
out of Georgia
Democrat. He requires an ID to see him talk. I mean, what the world?
No, so it's a important thing. It's too vulnerable. Scalise had it right. Did they pass that in the House, Steve? I didn't even hear. I'm up here in the.
Yeah, they passed it in the House. It's not getting through the Democrats. So in the Senate. So you need 60, right?
Well, if they do the filibuster thing, so yeah, I in this case I would throw the filibuster out.
In the House, it was 2018 to 2013.
Yeah, 2018, 2013, one Democrat, and then the Senate, if it needs 60, just has no chance. So I don't know what to say. But if the Republicans know that the drop boxes are a real problem, if the states can say we're going to have drop boxes, I don't know how you defend against that.
You can't. You can't do it. And you're going to keep going 100% in Champaign County because that's how it's going to go.
Well, it's not going to change all over the state. It's just a full thing.
The Democrats could decide, look, we need to tighten it up because it's probably not fair. So that's what you got to hope for.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah.
Well, that's what you got to hope for.
Yeah. All right.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's a one-way street. Once they get there, it's not.
Yeah, you're fading a little bit. We won't keep you much longer, but I do want to play this one thing that I found. It's kind of funny. It's the difference between California and Texas. and it's about a governor taking his dog for a walk. And so the man starts out talking about the governor of California taking his dog for a walk, and then talks about Texas. It's about a minute and a half, I think. You there, Johnny? Are you there, Johnny?
I am.
All right.
We're out here. Okay.
It's a remote. I'll keep you for 2 more minutes, but here's this piece I thought was quite funny.
Dog along a nature trail. Coyote jumps out, attacks the governor's dog, then bites the governor. The governor starts to intervene, but reflects upon the movie Bambi, then realizes he should stop because the coyote is only doing what is natural. He calls animal control. Animal control captures the coyote, bills the state $200, testing it for diseases, $500 for relocating it. He calls a veterinarian. The vet collects the dead dog, bills the state $200, testing it for diseases. The governor goes to the hospital, spends $3,500 getting checked for diseases from the coyote, and then getting his bite wound bandaged. The running trail gets shut down for 6 months while Fish and Game conducts a $100,000 survey to make sure the area is now free of dangerous animals. The governor spends $50,000 in state funds implementing a coyote awareness program for the residents of the area. State legislature spends $2 million to study how to better treat rabies and how to permanently eradicate the disease throughout the world. The governor's security agent is fired for not stopping the attack. The state spends $150,000 to hire and train a new agent with additional special training regarding the nature of coyotes. PETA protests the coyotes' relocation, files a $5 million suit against the state. Texas. The governor of Texas is jogging with his dog along a nature trail. A coyote jumps out, attacks his dog. The governor shoots the coyote with his state-issued pistol, keeps jogging. The governor has spent 50 cents on a .45 caliber hollow point cartridge. The buzzards eat the dead coyote, and that, my friends, is why California is broke. Texas is not.
Did you hear that, Johnny?
Yeah, I did, and that's pretty funny. It's not even far from the truth.
Yeah,
that's the kind of thing that goes on, and it just gets wound into insanity.
Yeah.
And that's basically the main reason California burst into flames last summer. And let that guy explain it in that manner, but you'll see what happens.
Oh, boy.
It's, one thing after another to set that up. And no, it's serious. The regulations, and people, they're just trying to help and solve a problem. It just spins out of control.
Yep. No, and you kind of
too much government is my diagnosis.
And kind of spun out of control for me because Bambi was at least cute. Coyotes aren't cute. Poor little Bambi. That's a deer. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, listen, safe travels, Johnny, and we'll catch up with you next week.
All right, Steve. Good to talk to you, and we'll be in touch.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
All the best to you and Bobby.
Be careful. Brother Johnny on the road with his wife, Bobby, as they head back to Colorado from South Dakota. He said the long drive feels like 3 hours versus the 6-hour drive from New Orleans to Houston feels like 12. It's traffic and trucks and everything else. Well, in the great Northwest, it's just less.
Yep. Just put it on cruise and go.
It's 7:48, ESPN 93.5. All right, check sports headline, too. We got a big game over the weekend. It's Indiana coming to town playing well. Big Ten's just hard.
Yep.
So you just got to play well, and hopefully we have all of our players. I like my team a lot. And if we have everybody healthy, then away we go and see how we can finish this season.
Yeah, Kara's one of our winners from Parlor Donuts and Jet's Pizza. Text in Illini to see if you win one of our remaining pairs of tickets. 217-359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line. Tip off at noon on Sunday, which makes it very convenient for some of the parents who have school-age kids or something like that, and they don't want to go to some of these later games. You know, that's pretty much all we have left is 3 after that, and I think they're all at 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So just take note, noon on Sunday, and it's Stripe, the State Farm Center Day against Indiana. So Orange is odd and blue is in the even sections. When it comes to football, Caden Fagan asking for a meeting with Coach Brett Bielema. He made him a little nervous. But moving to tight end was discussed. Yeah. And I know running back Jordan Anderson's still in good shape. And we're seeing with Bobby Houck coming our way from Montana as head coach. Things are looking good for our Illini team. Illinois baseball in Tampa against USF at 5:30. We have the track and field in action. Tennis is in Iowa State. Wrestling takes on number 5 Nebraska at 7 o'clock. I believe that's Huff Hall when they have the wrestling. We have down in Alabama, our softball team is in action. 9 a.m. against Binghamton.
Binghamton. Something like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then Campbell at 2 o'clock. Auburn beat our Illinois softball team 8-0 yesterday. NBA action has LeBron James scoring a triple-double, setting a record for the oldest player at the age of 41 years and 44 days. 28 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. I think it was Karl Malone that he beat as one of the oldest players in the NBA to have that status. Milwaukee over Oklahoma City 110-93. LA Lakers, by the way, went on to beat Dallas 124-104. Italy leads the medal count with 17. Norway with 16 last I saw. And USA with 14. 4 gold, 7 silver, and 3 gold. Getting some texts in. There was pointing out the Night to Shine is tonight, which is a wonderful celebration, kind of a prom thing for folks with disabilities, and so many people coming together to make that happen. Thank you for that. Let's see. EZ is saying, if all the Republicans move out of Illinois and just give it up to the Democrats, and the Democrats keeps taxing the Democrats, eventually we'll have to stop because there's no money, because that's just the way it is.
Yeah. The issue is, and as I've discovered, you're going to go where your kids and grandkids are, right? I mean, you're not leaving. You may want to, and maybe if you're fortunate enough, you can have a residency somewhere else and then be here as well. But you're going to have to spend 180 days somewhere else to qualify for non-residency in Illinois and be a resident somewhere else. So anyway, it's complicated. And yeah, we're here because it's our home. We're trying to make our home better. But clearly, objectively, you can go through and say, why is Illinois a really good state to live in? You love the state. Chicago. A beautiful, hilly, mountainous southern Illinois that nobody knows about. Mm-hmm. But anything south of I-80 is kind of looking up at the boss because the population's in Cook County. And they control the votes and famously gave the election to John Kennedy in 1960. It's just been kind of that way. Al Capone, the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And it's frustrating to know that we don't treat money as well here, and we have a big government in our state.
Well, when we were talking about the SAFE Act and what's going to happen with that, Nick had texted in, getting into a rally is not a fundamental right. That was the difference when you mentioned the Democrats having a rally and needing an ID to get into that.
But don't you want to express yourself to all people? Don't you want to be in front of all people? You're telling me that you're that afraid that you have to have the presidential type security when you're running for Congress? Listen, it's either racist or it's not. Gambling is either right or wrong, right? I mean, you can look at the things of how you feel, but if you think that asking somebody in this day and age to have an ID to vote is a racist thing, we're just behind a little bit on the times. I mean, is it racist I can't buy a bottle of Jack Daniels if I'm black and don't have an ID? Is it racist you won't let me on the airplane? I mean, it should be your right to be able to go participate in our society without having to show ID everywhere. Mm-hmm. But if you are going to do that, gosh darn, don't you want to make sure the person's actually a citizen? If your church has a vote on who the next preacher is, do you want anybody to vote or do you want just members to vote? Mm-hmm. I don't know why you want to do that. I mean, that seems to be the reason we open the border, to have a replacement people that can come in and support the Democrats.
217-359-2255 if you'd like to chime in or listen in at Stevie JAY FM on X. That's what I did when I was in Florida for a few days. It was nice to be able to hear the show every once in a while before I dozed off again and then put my swimsuit on and headed out to the beach.
Had another snack, the whole
But
thing.
here's a comment saying, I heard the geese money was strictly for facility remodels, not necessarily the player NIL. Did that come up?
Yeah,
in
I think it is more for that, but I'm just wondering, you know, a bigger scoreboard is cool as heck, and I'm going to be excited to see it, but I'm just thinking bathrooms and things like that would also be, listen, they know what they're doing, and I don't. But I just know that screen's going to cost a whole lot of money.
That's right.
It
Here's
will.
an LOL. If you leave your home for 180 days, then a squatter comes in. Let's see.
I don't think you can get them out very easily. That's where
you
they're
can't
going.
Kick them out because of the old fat guy or something like that. So
you're talking J.B. Pritzker. That's not kind.
Oh.
I wouldn't call them
Thank you.
derogatory names.
You
say
easy.
you're not in agreement with your. No, listen. I think that's a big problem in some areas where people can come in to a home and just kind of move in, and it is hard getting people out. You're going, why?
Right.
Why would that be hard to get people out of your house?
So Rick's saying, Stephen Diane, Illinois is my home. Still would like to move away. Democrats have turned Illinois into a complete disaster. Chicago is not the Chicago I grew up in. The state of Illinois is
changed.
embarrassing.
It has changed a lot, and it's very disappointing. And yet...
Chris is saying retirement 18 months away. We're out. Sorry, Illinois is a lost cause.
What do you do about the kids and grandkids? I mean,
know.
if that's who you want to be around. You can sit there and watch the waves, but do you want to be? Would you like to stay in Pensacola for the rest of your life without Aiden and Mike and Anna and
my little Hudson?
Yeah, you don't. You want to be around your kids.
Exactly.
I mean, that's it's easy to say. Well, I'm not going to get. It's just hard. And look at California. The exodus is continuing in California. What a gorgeous state.
I know.
Go to Pebble Beach. I mean, that's where they are this week. Yeah, I think it's at Pebble Beach. There's a 17-mile drive on Pebble Beach Drive. It is unbelievable, the gorgeous way that thing looks. And California's got it going on. It's so sad.
Well, bringing up IDs, Jake is chiming in about the IDs for a firearm. And now, of course, we need that, all 50 states. So... yeah, we need to tighten up the voter integrity for sure.
What's the objection to that? You're repressive. It's Jim Crow. Jim Crow? Really? Here's Greg.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Nice day's worth of weather ahead. South-southwesterly breezes will kick on in. Afternoon temperatures with sunshine up to about 51. Average high this time of the year in the middle 30s. Increasing cloudiness tonight will level off near freezing. Lighter southwest to south wind tomorrow. Partly sunny, mild. Maybe a couple of raindrops and sprinkles to the south and southwest of Champaign. Late in the day, the high near 53 and a light south wind. And a touch of light rain to overspread parts of the area tomorrow night. Down to 38 for the low. And a couple of sprinkles may linger into early Sunday. Then becoming partly cloudy, mild at 54. Some record and near record setting warmth with upper 50s Monday and Tuesday into the lower 60s Wednesday to near 60 on Thursday. And there's some rain in the forecast over the course of Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Hopefully some good coverages that amounts to ease the dryness and drought. High temperatures by late next week will cool just a little bit into the lower 50s with a more active weather pattern, but still relatively mild going forward over the second half of the month of February. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champaign. What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
Jesse with Lands Drain Cleaning. Do you have your sewer line cleaned every year? Are you constantly getting roots or blockages? Why deal with that headache year after year? Call Lands Drain Cleaning today at 217-355-5512 to have our expert staff come out, clean your line. We give you a free camera inspection, show you what's wrong, where it's at, and then we can offer you a repair for that problem so you don't have to deal with it again. Lands Drain Cleaning. Why call anyone else? Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home basketball game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to State Farm Center. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
A little less inflation. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The annual rate of consumer price increase declined from December. Fox's Jenny Casola has the better than expected numbers.
Price increases moderated in January. The consumer price index rose just 0.2% for the month and 2.4% on an annual basis.
That is 0.3 lower than December's inflation rate. Right before the numbers came out, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told Fox.
We also see as inflation has come down, wages have increased under this president. So Americans have more purchasing power.
Leavitt also blames Democrats for funding running out at midnight for much of Homeland Security.
The brave men and women of our United States Coast Guard, of FEMA, who are still helping Americans turn their lights on from the recent winter storm, and the men and women of TSA that work diligently to keep our airports moving and keep flights efficiently going, are going to go without a paycheck.
Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer demands immigration enforcement reform be included in any new Homeland Security funding.
Republicans chose to put a bill on the floor that ignored the abuses, ignored the outrage, ignored what the American people want overwhelmingly.
ICE already has funding to continue operations from the Big Beautiful Bill. The reward for information leading to an arrest in Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping is up to $100,000. A glove was found inside the 84-year-old's home, and on day 13 of the search, Fox's Matt Finn reports from Tucson, Arizona.
The Pima County Sheriff is asking anyone with a camera in the area of East Skyline Drive and North Campbell Avenue, it's about a 2-mile radius here, to check their video from January 1st through February 1st and submit the video to the Pima County Sheriff's online link. The sheriff is looking for people, cars, or of course anything suspicious.
A new crew will arrive at the International Space Station tomorrow.
3, 2.
SpaceX launched them about 4 hours ago to replace the last crew brought home early when one astronaut needed medical treatment. America's listening to Fox News.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Did you know GoodRx can help you save on medication, manage prescriptions, and get trusted health information? If you're one of the millions living with a heart condition, check GoodRx for an easier, more affordable way to manage your health. GoodRx offers common heart medications for under $30. Just search for your prescription, find the best price, then show your pharmacist the GoodRx coupon. And it works whether you have insurance or not. To start saving and better manage your heart health, download the free app or visit GoodRx.com today. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
President Trump will travel to Fort Bragg today in North Carolina, where the commander-in-chief will praise the troops who took part in last month's operation in Venezuela that captured leader Nicolas Maduro, who's now jailed in the U.S. facing drug and terror charges. Now an update in another terror case. And the man brought to the U.S. a week ago, accused in the deadly attack at the U.S. consulate in Benghazi, Libya.
Zubair al-Bakush has pled not guilty in a Washington courtroom. He was wearing an orange prison jumpsuit as he heard the counts against him, including terrorism, murder, and arson. The plea stems from the attacks on the U.S. diplomatic compound and a nearby CIA annex in 2012 that killed U.S. Ambassador Chris Stevens and 3 other Americans. Right after making the plea, he went to another court to face the judge who's going to be hearing the case going forward. That judge set the next status hearing for June 4th and told lawyers on both sides he wants to move forward without delay. Jill Nato, Fox News.
5 ex-football players have had their criminal records punted.
Former NFL players Joe Klecko, Nate Newton, Jamal Lewis, Travis Henry, and the late Billy Cannon receiving pardons from President Trump. White House pardon czar Alice Marie Johnson writing on social media, quote, as football reminds us, excellence is built on grit, grace, and the courage to rise again. So is our nation, end quote. Johnson thanking President Trump for his continued commitment to second chances. Klecko pleaded guilty to perjury charges. Newton, Lewis, and Henry all pleading guilty to drug charges. And Cannon, who died in 2018, admitted to counterfeiting after a series of bad investments and debts left him broke. Frank Lanza, Fox News.
On Wall Street, we're seeing stock futures, which were down earlier. They're now up modestly after the better-than-expected inflation report out a short time ago. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. The Illini District Dental Society partnering with the Champaign-Urbana Public Health District and Parkland College's dental hygiene program to host Give Kids a Smile. The free clinic offers exams, cleanings, fluoride treatments, and hygiene education for children at any age with a caregiver required to attend. Former Paxton pharmacist is going to be taking a plea deal after she was accused of illegally possessing a controlled substance outside of her job with intent of delivering it in 2023. Jenna Lee Vogel charged in February 24 last year with 2 counts of illegal possession of a controlled substance. Decade of data from the CU 1-to-1 Mentor Program shows how consistent adult support can transform student outcomes. Program leaders say long-term mentor relationships help students build confidence, improve academics, and navigate personal challenges, reinforcing the value of sustained community involvement in Champaign-Urbana schools. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hey, good morning, ESPN 93.5. It is 8:06, hour number 2. Glad you're listening. Greg Solier is along now, our meteorologist friend who's done a standing job and even improving on that next week, maybe with some of these warmer temperatures, man. This is, don't know what to do.
Yeah, you know, we still have winter to go, but you know what time you've had it. This is a nice
This isn't official spring? This isn't officially spring?
No, not yet. Okay. You know, that's what I don't like about these setups because you know it turns on us when it ought to be springtime around here.
No, remember
we do need the moisture. We do need moisture.
Farmer friends who tell me we're dry, man. We are dry.
Foot and a half. Yeah, 12 to 18 since the beginning part of 2025. Yeah.
What should it be? How much moisture should we have? How deep?
At about 13 to 14 inches, 13 to 15 inches actually here in Champaign County. There's some spots as you get out through Piatt County. They're close to 16 to 18 shy of normal. That's rain, that's snow. That's from the calendar date beginning 2025 January, and it extends into parts of eastern Indiana and northwest Ohio. So kind of the epicenter of a pretty broad area of drought overall, really a wide area except for maybe parts of the far western and northwestern Corn Belt that have had some snow this season. So,
well, okay, then we'll welcome maybe a little rain.
Yeah. Well, better odds next week. We'll get something over the weekend, tomorrow night, but probably better odds for something to come on through. And then each system kind of going forward brings down a little colder air, south a little more. So we're not done with chasing around the white stuff either. But again, enjoy it while you may.
All right, we will, sir. Our meteorologist Greg Soya now with a peek and detail of our weather this weekend beyond. All right, sir, your floor.
Yeah, well, nice out there from 40 at St. Louis to 24 but the Kankakee at Brickyard Inn with readings in the mid to upper 20s this morning, and a very quiet morning over a wide area of the heartland, the Corn Belt, the plains. A little rain and snow beginning to break out, and they needed only 30 to less than 50% of normal snowpack in the west and southwest. We talk about that a lot because that is the water resource that they need, especially for irrigation operations off the Sierra, the Cascades, the Wasatch Range, parts of the central and southern Rockies. So at least a little rain in some of the desert southwest, including around Phoenix and Tucson and Scottsdale for some of the ball clubs down there. Might be a stray shower in parts of central Florida around the Jupiter area as as well for the day today. But that's the next weather system that'll arrive here on Saturday night. A more significant, broader-based rain system and a south wind that'll arrive here for the mid to late portions of next week, with maybe some record and near record-setting flirting of temperatures across the area too. But until then, sunshine and a beautiful day's worth of more or less feels like March out there type weather, but it's really February. Afternoon readings to about 51, should be 35 this time of the year. Bit of a south wind and lots of sunshine. 32 tonight, up to about 53 tomorrow, and 54 on Sunday. Partly sunny skies expected, maybe a stray shower late tomorrow, a little drabble of light rain tomorrow night, better odds south of here, and a low down to 38. And again, the sprinkles are out early on Sunday with afternoon sun. Windy, milder with upper 50s to near 60, record flirting territory Monday, Tuesday, as well as Wednesday, Thursday next week. Daytime readings there, upper 50s and lower 60s, and some pretty good organized rains should come through the area between Wednesday and Thursday of next week as well. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Okay, sir, thank you very much. It is the last day of the week, of course, called Friday.
Yep, and a lot of people having an extended holiday with President's Weekend coming up on Monday.
That's Monday, big sale at Ashley. That's what Ellen Hook told us.
That's right, for President's Day.
Got all kinds of bells and whistles and things to win, and that's happening all weekend, and probably extending, she thought, to March 2nd.
That's
but
right.
This is the weekend with all the giveaways and the fun things.
Oh,
so.
Good. So check that out for sure at Ashley. And we've got Mardi Gras celebrations happening for Tuesday, Fat Tuesday on the 17th. Ash Wednesday coming up then on Wednesday the 18th.
Wow. Okay. So Easter and Lenten season, we are here. That's a big deal.
That's right.
Okay. Again, we are hopeful. Brad Underwood will probably talk to the media today. Usually he does it day before a game. It's Sunday. I don't know if he wants to make all the media guys come out on a Saturday, so maybe he'll talk today. We want to know about Kylan Boswell. He was out on the court before the Wisconsin game and left, right, dribbling both hands. I've been working really hard on his fitness, and I guess that's good. Just the bump and grinding of basketball is what you
that's
do.
What we're leery of.
So that, and then of course Andrei Stojakovic warmed up, didn't look like he was limping at all, just couldn't go for the game on Tuesday. We really missed him. And you put my full complement of players out there. I like our team as good as any. But boy, you take away 40% of your starting lineup, then we're not Superman. We're average. We're a team that can beat teams, but they can beat us. And that's what I fear, is that we're not going to have everybody, and we're going into a tough environment. It'll be very friendly, of course, here Sunday, Indiana. Indiana's playing well. They got this Wilkerson guy. They got 41 against Wisconsin. So he's very good. They're good.
Yeah.
I think we're better, but it doesn't mean you win them all. We got to have our guys. And then you go to USC, which has got that Arkansas coach that beat us in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago. I don't know his name. So they're good, and they almost beat Ohio State at Ohio State. And then UCLA at home, they've got a lot of athletes. So that won't be easy either. And then you come back after UCLA a week from Saturday. You got 6 whole days to prepare for the number one team, soon to be number one team, Michigan. Be number one over the weekend after this weekend, I think, because Arizona lost. I think Michigan will probably get the top spot, provided they win this weekend. I'm sure they will. They're very good. Michigan's a problem. So we'll see. They can be beat, certainly in our home floor too, but we need everybody. We need everybody to play.
Yes, we do.
And we'll see what happens, because we're real good too. Really good. Okay, government's going to shut down tonight. It looks like it's just Homeland Security, which is kind of a big deal. Our cybersecurity, all the stuff that we need to protect the homeland. Democrats say we have to reform ICE and take money away and all these other things, because that's what they got going on, anti-ICE. And so it's a bad area to don't think every adversary we have know about this. And, of course, the hackers can be anywhere in the world to try and hurt us cybersecurity. I'm sure we'll have some walls and everything set up in case of emergency, like I'm sure we have. But come on, man. Give us another. They offered 2 more weeks. We'll talk some more. Nope. So Homeland Security, that means TSA at the airports.
Yes.
If you're not flying, they won't be getting paid. So if it keeps going on.
Oh, boy. Hold up for the travelers. And we're just approaching spring break.
Oh, boy. Well,
so that's why it was a good time for me to head to Florida now. The beaches weren't as crazy.
No, they're going to get crazy now.
Are
they? Was this Pensacola?
Yep. And Destin is where I flew into. So anyway, we'll see how it how we figure things out. And with the United line coming out of Willard, we're getting Tim Bannon that we'd like to visit with next week possibly, and discover some new flights that we can take. And I love these opportunities for travel to come in and out quickly.
Well,
but
we
as
do.
you mentioned, the TSA stuff could be a problem.
All right, we'll keep our eyes on, see what happens. That shuts down tonight at midnight. Okay, sports headlines.
All right, we mentioned our noon tip-off on Sunday against Indiana as Illinois' number 8, and it striped the State Farm Center orange on the odd sections, even wearing blue. Caden Fagan asking for a meeting with Coach Brett Bielema. First nervous, but hey, moving to tight end, okay with that. So we'll see how the players do, and of course we're hearing good things about the recruiting class, and now this Bobby Hauck, Montana head coach, coming our way. Want to get a little clip in from me?
Yeah, I'll play this one.
Okay.
I'm a player in the system that Bobby Hauck and the defense staff is going to run here at the University of Illinois. I'm done playing my career, and I'm finishing up. What's one thing I'll be able to take away beyond football in the Bobby Hauck defense?
Well, you're going to learn several things. You're going to learn work ethic. You're going to learn toughness. You're going to learn to persist when you've got adversity and to fight through things. And I think that those are all traits that we in college football develop. But in this defense, I mean, our guys are going to learn to be relentless. We're going to chase the ball. Our pursuit will be nonstop. We're going to play every play like it's the most important play of the game. We're going to finish every play. And then, you know, you and I watch a lot of ball at all levels, from high school to pro football. Tackling won't be a lost art at Illinois. We are going to be a good tackling football team.
Yeah, he looks like a ball coach too. I mean, he's 61.
61.
But he just looks like he could fly fish, you know. I just think they're probably hikers and like the Great Northwest, and his wife's from Montana. Yeah. I would think he just looks like a ball coach. His voice is a little raspy. He's probably done a little shouting. I think they all do a little shouting.
Yes.
And I think he'll brings a lot of experience, got tired of being a head coach, resigned that position, went fly fishing. Brett finally got hold of him.
Yeah, the only guy he really talked to.
Yep. So
offered the job.
Here's hoping that Flying Illini will be called that in football as we fly around on defense.
There we go.
Let's go.
Uh-huh. Illinois was beat by Auburn 8-0 on softball in Alabama. They've got day 2 today. Binghamton. I don't know why I'm having trouble with that. Binghamton.
Something. Yeah.
Campbell at 2 o'clock.
Where is it from?
They're in Alabama.
Where are they from? Binghamton.
Binghamton.
Okay.
So baseball is in Tampa against USF at 5:30 today. And as far as Big Ten action, number 10 Michigan State at Wisconsin at 7 o'clock tonight. Always fun to watch the game from Pia's, 1609 West Springfield Avenue. Or if you want to take that fan bus, make sure you're getting there 45 minutes before tip-off as they load up a half hour, and then they take you back to the game 10 minutes after the buzzer after the game is concluded to go back to Pia's. That's essentially sports. I'm Diane Deasy.
All righty. Well, we will see. We'll talk to Dan Hartlib on Tuesday.
Okay.
He's going to be on the program after they get back from the University of Central Florida weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So they all flew on. I think they left Thursday and back Monday.
Wrestling against number 5 Nebraska tonight at 7.
Okay. Planning for retirement can seem overwhelming. Social Security may not provide enough income for your retirement years, and few employers today offer a traditional company pension plan that guarantees you a specific income at retirement. Thankfully, with the tools and resources from Busey Wealth Management, retirement planning is easier than ever. Get started with some ideas and tips from Busey. You obviously need to determine what are your income needs going to be. We have the house paid for. What else do you need to calculate? There might be a gap there, and you can take stock of your estimated future assets and income and compare them to your projected retirement income needs. Consider the age you plan to retire, your life expectancy, the whole life expectancy. That's a reality now. And as you get older, you're going, I feel great, that kind of thing. But you do have to plan.
Yes.
Because it is inevitable.
That's right.
Map out a savings plan. Put it in action. Understand your investment options. Investigate what types of investments are available and decide which fit you and your family. And the professionals like the team at Busey Wealth Management can assist you in selecting investments that are appropriate for your goals, risk tolerance, and time horizon. Busey Wealth Management skilled professionals can help you understand your retirement income needs, investment options, and savings tools, setting you up to reach and maintain long-term financial goals. Call 1-800-67-BUSEY. Visit busey.com/wealth management. You can set up an appointment today. Investment products and services not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee. All right, that's your friends from Busey. As we check your weather again with our meteorologist Greg Solier on this weekend and what's ahead? It looks like we need some moisture. Might get some.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Not a bad spell of weather for mid-February expected over the weekend. A March-like feel expected over the course of early to mid next week. Matter of fact, some record and near record-setting warmth possible, and some rain in the forecast to hopefully nibble away at some of the ongoing drought and dryness-related issues across a good part of the area. Mostly sunny, milder for the day today. South-southwesterly breezes will kick on in. 51 the high, down to 32 for tonight. Partly sunny, mild again tomorrow at 53. Maybe a couple of raindrops to the south-southwest of Champaign County towards evening time. And a little bit of rain overspread the area for tomorrow night. Nothing impressive about totals. And a low down to 38. A few sprinkles linger early on Sunday. Partly cloudy, mild in the afternoon. Up to 54. Upper 50s to around 60s. Record, near record-setting temperatures Monday, Tuesday, as well as Wednesday, Thursday next week. And some rain in the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday next week. High temperatures, as mentioned, upper 50s and lower 60s. And just some slight cooling with drier weather resuming late next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
There is a sign inflation is cooling. Price increases moderated in January. The consumer price index rose just 0.2% for the month, 2.4% on an annual basis. Both numbers showed improvement and were below economists' predictions. Core CPI, excluding food and energy, rose 0.3% in January. For the year, it was up 2.5%. Inflation measured by the CPI peaked at 9.1% in June of 2022. Wendy's wasn't as busy in recent months. Its sales in the U.S. declined 11%. Globally, sales were down 2%. Still, its earnings held up better than Wall Street was expecting. Wendy's is in the process of restructuring. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
Every hour of every day, Fox News Radio is there with the latest breaking news and information you rely on.
This is a Fox News Alert.
I'm Lisa Brady.
I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
With Fox News correspondents around the globe.
At the White House, Simon Owen in London.
On Capitol Hill, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
The news that matters most to you. The top headlines, all in one place. Listen and follow the Fox News Hourly Update at foxnewspodcasts.com or ask your smart speaker to play Fox News.
Yeah, stories continues on the whole sad Nancy Guthrie disappearance. This is the woman, mother of Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show.
Mm-hmm.
John Decker talked about it a little bit yesterday. He worked with Savannah Guthrie, knows her. So just how sad this whole situation is, and obviously it's hard to imagine this is going to end well with an 84-year-old woman with heart issues and drugs he needed every day.
Yeah.
And who would do it? The video came out. They got 14,000 tips. 14,000 tips after the video came out. And yeah, they found a glove. Is there any DNA? There's something called touch DNA where it's very slight and little, not a whole bunch in there, but you can actually use all the DNA you get from a touch DNA doing the testing. Obviously, it's a little better if you get saliva and stuff like that. But anyway, so it doesn't feel like anybody's close to anything. It just, the circumstances around everything are just perplexing. There's evidence that apparently the perpetrator was in the house for 41 minutes. That there's this big oak door with bars on the top where you can see out. How in the world would anybody get through that? Probably access around the house, but he was obviously at the front door, whether he was just disabling the camera. And then the fact that the camera had no subscription, it was not particularly able to take any pictures, and somehow the FBI was able to work with so-and-so who worked with so-and-so, and they got video.
Wow.
How does that work? Kind of like your phone being next to you and everything you say somebody's listening or can access?
That's right.
it's that kind of a thing. That's great in this case. That you're able to capture some image of an armed man coming to the door, all
with
masked
the
up,
ski mask, so you can see his eyes. I heard the mother-in-law turned in somebody that
turned in the guy at the door said, "Looked like my son's eyes."
Yes,
my son-in-law's eyes. And the guy says, I don't know, I'm a delivery guy.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
And they let him go, but that's where they're just kind of reaching. And then the DNA in the glove, apparently they sent to a private company in Florida. Why would you not send it to Quantico at the FBI with everything at
your fingertips
that's
there.
That's the best.
Yeah, access to everything.
Why in the world would the Florida sheriff, who made a bad call going to the Arizona basketball game, I don't think you go to the basketball game when the family's on edge, whether their mom, who's 84, is alive. You just can't, regardless of any situation, you can't be seen at the basketball game. Well, let's go relax for a couple of hours. I know you've been working 24 hours a day, but you can't be seen doing that. Anyway, so the guy apparently ordered it to go to a private company in Florida for DNA testing versus the FBI headquarters, Quantico. So I don't, that's weird. And the whole thing's weird. The whole thing is weird.
Agreed.
They've been willing to pay Bitcoin, and then there's not really anything there. And then the one guy says, I'm not being taken seriously. I know who it is, and I need 1 Bitcoin, which is about $67,000. Saying, what? Well, then aren't you kind of a kidnapper too?
Mm-hmm.
No, because I need to go underground. Well, who's going to know you gave the tips? How's anybody know who you are? Oh, I got to be underground. Otherwise, I need the money to, all that stuff's going on. You're going, what the world? Meanwhile, an 84-year-old woman was taken. We had Joe Cardinale on earlier this week, retired lieutenant commander, New York Police, and he thinks it's a robbery gone wrong. That's what he thinks.
I see. Here's information about a forensic pathologist that has been breaking down the blood splatter found on Nancy Guthrie's porch.
Yeah, and it's her blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just horrible. And then whatever vehicle that she was put in has blood, and you ain't washing that off. There's going to be too much in there. They think they cleaned it. No, they didn't. They missed it. Too much evidence on blood.
Well, and they're looking for neighborhood ring video surveillance from not only that time, but, days before, because they think maybe there was some looking into and investigating the property. I don't know.
Yeah, it's sad. It probably, again, is not going to end happy. I just can't imagine with the Nancy Guthrie health condition this long, and not to mention the duress on taking a woman of 84 years old out of their house.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so it's a wall-to-wall coverage. I'm seeing a lot of coverage on this, and even though horrible things happen in this country every single day because we have 350 million people and a whole lot of them mentally ill, this one has garnered the nation's attention because of, I think, the whole high-profile celebrity daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And they put out a family movie yesterday. It looked like a single mom, so I don't know what happened to the dad, but. Yeah, it's just one of those things. And again, you get wrapped up in the evidence, and where's the? Generally, they say if you don't have much in the first 3 days, you're going to be hurting.
That's right.
So it continues. The coverage will be continuing until this is resolved one way or the other. But here's hoping they catch.
We always love your input. If you want to chime in, 217-359-2255 on our Fisher National Bank text line.
Yep, and if anything breaks on it, we go to it, and it'll be all over the place if something happens.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to catch this person that would take an 84-year-old woman out of their home.
Yes, and bring them to justice.
That is particularly egregious, for sure. All right, coming up on 8:28, we'll be back with our final segment of the week. The boys this afternoon, Evan and Curtis will be talking about the weekend and Illinois basketball. Sunday at noon, the Hoosiers come in with the famed striped pant warm-up.
Oh, yeah.
Wearing those same pants.
Maybe that's why we're doing the Stripe the State Farm Center.
Right back at them.
With orange and blue in the various sections.
Yep, we'll do that. You said O for orange.
Mm-hmm.
Is
even for navy blue.
Yeah. So, yeah, they got that going on for us. So we will try and remember that. Orange is odd. O makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I have my orange shirt, and I'm in even. What if I don't want to wear blue?
So you wear some kind of cover-up that's navy blue.
I got you. Okay.
Make it happen.
News is coming up next. It's ESPN 93.5. It's 8:28, Champaign-Urbana.
PDR Automotive in Urbana is a locally owned repair shop, and they've now serviced over 250,000 vehicles in their near 50-year history. Now, that's more than 4 times the size of a sold-out Memorial Stadium. It's more than all Division I athletes in the country combined. That's more than the entire population of Champaign County. That's more than, well, you get the idea. When you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481. They are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Hi, this is Chris Vandeventer with Philo Exchange Bank. We've defined hometown banking for 14 decades. We've been a legacy of trust and dedication. We believe in the power of a community where every neighbor is a member of our family and not just another name. Unlike many other banks, our lending decisions are made within the walls of the bank. Quite simply, local banking means you get what you need quickly and efficiently.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home basketball game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to State Farm Center. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the old farm shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
News. I'm Therese Crowley. Friday the 13th, day 13 of the search for Nancy Guthrie. The FBI releasing a suspect description from the Nest Cam images of an armed masked man on her porch, 5'9" or 10", average build, wearing a backpack sold only at Walmart. The Pima County Sheriff controlling DNA testing on a suspect glove found in her home.
2 sources telling Fox that the FBI wanted to send physical evidence to its National Crime Lab in Quantico, Virginia, but the sheriff insisted on processing that evidence at a lab that the Sheriff's Department is in control of.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt. Homeland Security likely to go into government shutdown after a Senate funding vote failed over ICE reforms that Democrats demanded, then voted down. Inflation cooled more than expected last month. The CPI for January just 0.2%, 2.4 for the year. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Officials from Strides Homeless Shelter in Champaign asking for your help in keeping their doors open beyond April. The shelter was supposed to close in February. Right now, it costs them about $150,000 per month to house nearly 70 people a night. The shelter is stretching about $130,000 of grants to stay afloat through mid-April. Experience Champaign-Urbana rolling out a full slate of February events, from live music and cultural festivals to family-friendly outings and food-based experiences. Organizers say the month designed to highlight local creativity and community connections. Urbana Mayor Deshaun Williams spoke at the University YMCA, emphasizing how community-driven action shapes local justice and long-term progress. His talk opened the Spring Friday Forum series and touched on the homelessness initiatives, immigration concerns, as well as his broader vision for Urbana's future. That's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Nice day's worth of weather ahead. South-southwesterly breezes will kick on in. Afternoon temperatures with sunshine up to about 51. Average high this time of the year in the middle 30s. Increasing cloudiness tonight will level off near freezing. Lighter southwest to south wind tomorrow. Partly sunny, mild. Maybe a couple of raindrops and sprinkles to the south and southwest of Champaign. Late in the day, the high near 53 and a light south wind. And a touch of light rain to overspread parts of the area tomorrow night. Down to 38 for the low. And a couple of sprinkles may linger into early Sunday. Then becoming partly cloudy cloudy, mild at 54. Some record and year record setting warmth with upper 50s Monday and Tuesday, into the lower 60s Wednesday to near 60 on Thursday. And there's some rain in the forecast over the course of Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Hopefully some good coverages and amounts to ease the dryness and drought. High temperatures by late next week will cool just a little bit into the lower 50s with a more active weather pattern, but still relatively mild going forward over the second half of the month of February. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do installation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance, and they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today, 217-586-3863, or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
Football season has kicked in, and you can bet like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
I'm very honored to have Brittany Algie in my studio. She's advanced practice registered nurse specializing in behavioral health at OSF Healthcare Sacred Heart in Urbana. Now has several options for inpatient, outpatient behavioral health, offering medication management and therapy to treat depression, anxiety, bipolar, schizophrenia, PTSD, and more. Isn't it? You have to kind of agree you kind of need to talk to somebody?
Absolutely.
How do you get to that?
Being honest and doing a self-check-in about how you feel. Checking in with your emotions, seeing like, am I okay? Because a lot of times we're highly functioning, feeling depressed, we're feeling overwhelmed, and we don't take a minute to just pause and actually see how we're feeling.
But so take stigma, Brittany, and you don't want to talk to somebody because then they'll think you're crazy.
Well, there's no such thing as crazy. So there's nothing wrong with asking for help because life is always going to be challenging. There's always going to be stressors that come along.
So we commend you and
Thank you.
Somebody who loves what they do. So I'm going to give out your number.
Behavioral Health Professionals, OSF Healthcare, Sacred Heart Urbana, 217-337-4310.
Job numbers this week were outstanding.
What happened is that there were a lot of Wall Street analysts who were predicting that a reduction in the labor force was going to make a bad number. And in fact, CNBC had a headline saying that the jobs number is going to be zero. Bloomberg had a headline saying the jobs number is going to be zero. And private sector jobs, which is our main focus right now because we've been reducing government employment, they went up 170,000. They absolutely blew out any expectation whatsoever. So it's really a remarkable, strong number.
You just don't hear much about those things because they're not going to be reported. Also, 360,000 less people in our federal government working. That's the lowest number since the 60s. I'm a smaller government kind of guy for sure because I'm sorry. I just think the private industry, for the most part, handle things way better than the monolith that is our American government. I mean, well-intentioned people, I'm sure many of them, most are, probably. It just isn't very efficient. It's slow. It's, you feel this, and maybe this is too much of a generalization, but you feel like you never can lose your job if you work for the government. That's why the shock of Doge, where they had to cut back and do this and that, and you can always make a justification. You may give me $100,000 a year, I'll justify it. I don't care what I'm doing or not doing.
That's right.
You're going to justify your work because it's your livelihood. You got great benefits. You got a good deal. And all of a sudden some yo-yo comes along and cuts my job. I wouldn't be happy about it either. But the question is, what jobs do we really need? And how can we operate more like a private industry where guys have to do two different things as opposed to one thing, not doing much, kind of doing the web thing? And yeah, anyway, so I think that was very positive. Murder rate's the lowest it's been since the early 1900s. So I think people realize you don't mess around because bad things are going to happen to you.
That's right.
Break the law. And so the whole icing in Minneapolis is winding down. Tom Homan said yesterday that they are removing the effort. But what happened and nobody saw, nobody really reported on, is that they went in, talked to the mayor, talked to the governor, and said, we just need to take the bad guys out of your jail. That's all we're asking. And a lot of it happened without anybody knowing. So we got thousands of bad people off the streets of Minneapolis. And again, all they want to talk about is how evil ICE is. The narrative is wrong. It's not truthful. And police, in another form, in this case ICE, getting a bad name for, they're saying, well, take your mask off. Why would you take your mask off when you're doxing them, giving out their address with their family in danger? I'd never take my mask off for these thugs giving me up. I'm doing law enforcement, and I'm following orders, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You're going to be mad at the Vietnam veterans again? Coming home, killed babies, all that stuff?
Right.
You're blaming the wrong person. Go change the government, run for office, and do something if you don't like the law, but we're supposed to follow the laws that are written. You can't pick and choose the laws you follow. That's chaos. And so you can be against it, and your whole platform could be totally, totally not true. It doesn't matter. You're convinced it is. You're convinced who they are. You know who Donald Trump is. He's Hitler. See his mustache? My God, that's just crazy.
So one of the things that I didn't see at all because I was traveling was the Super Bowl, and was there pushback because of Bad Bunny? And
yeah, there was. And of course, the mainstream is going to tell you how incredibly popular it was when the alternative Super Bowl halftime garnered at least 6 million views on YouTube and over 20 overall. It was very successful. Turning Point has said they're going to do it again.
Okay.
Now, what the NFL would do if they're smart is get Mercy Me to be the halftime next year.
Oh,
and
I love that.
Turning Point would have to say, okay, we're good. Because, listen, Bad Bunny, the rhythm was cool. It was fine. It was a huge production. But then you translate it and you're going, you're kidding, right?
Oh.
The FCC would have shut you down.
I see.
Nobody knew what they said.
Nobody knew what they were saying.
And the people are going, why would you be so narrow in your scope of helping please the whole audience by focusing so much in Puerto Rico, which I love, by the way. I love going there, and I love the people I've met there. But it was just, it offended so many people, even though they didn't know a word they were doing. Lady Gaga was there, and she sang some English.
Okay.
And Ricky Nelson, who looked the same.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
La Vida Loca?
Oh, no, he did something else.
Okay.
But, Bad Bunny's a big international star.
Sure.
But it was not an overwhelming hit from a whole lot of people that believe the Super Bowl should be something most people can enjoy. And if you're doing Spanish, and then if the translations are half true, that was disgusting.
Wow.
And yet nobody had a clue. It was kind of cool, and trumpets and a little rhythm. The rhythm was fine. I had no problem
and
with
the dancing and all of that.
I mean,
the
well, it was a little bit raw for me for a 9-year-old, right? The kids are watching, and you're doing some twerking and all this other stuff. I disagree with that.
Okay.
So anyway, that's catching Diane up on Super Bowl. She was flying. And
I know the Seahawks won.
Yeah, the game was awful.
Yeah.
It was really bad. It was just like, they had like 7 punts in a row. In New England, the Bears would have beat New England by 20. I mean, if the Bears could have got there, it'd been Super Bowl. New England is not very good.
I see.
They were not very good. And I think we looked at their the New England schedule, out of 17 games, 15 of the head coaches were fired.
Oh,
They
really?
played teams that got fired.
I see.
So the schedule was very fortuitous, but being 14-3, New England's going to get a schedule now next year.
Uh-huh.
And that'll be kind of show me whether they should have gone to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And I think Denver would have had they not lost a quarterback. They lost a quarterback before they played the championship.
Yes.
So that was unfortunate for
Well,
Denver.
people are feeling good about the Bears, and we got them on Q96.
Yep.
So let's hope they can keep building, keep growing, and keep it up.
I think
Go Bears.
the Bears have a coach, and they have a coach for the first time in a long time.
And working well with Caleb Williams, our QB.
Bears the expectations have risen now, so you're going to have that because there's no question people are expecting more from the Bears for sure. Playoffs. So this year was like, hope we have a chance, and then they get a game away from the NFC Championship.
Right.
And played fantastic. It was really fun. They won a lot of games in a row, and Bears are heard on WQQB Q96. And we're looking forward to hearing Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer again this fall.
Well, and for that matter, before you know it, we've got MLB action with the Cardinals here on ESPN 93.5 and the Cubs over on US 105.9. So if you're thinking your business wants to support that, reach out.
Yep, and the Cardinals open March 26th. There's somebody that opens a few days earlier. Traditionally, the Cincinnati Reds have always opened the season. I'm not so sure that'll happen this year. I'm not sure of the schedule, but getting into early March, people saying, why so early? The weather's kind of cold and all of that. They're trying to build in more days off. The doubleheader of the old days are gone. You can get 2 games in at once. You can get to 162 faster. But you have a split doubleheader only if there's rainouts and stuff, and you can charge 2 admissions.
I see. Well, it looks like Wednesday, March 25th, there is a special opening night game on Netflix featuring New York Yankees and San Francisco Giants. The full 14-game slate follows with the traditional opening day, Thursday, March 26th, marking the earliest start in league history.
Getting early.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I was just going to maybe see who some of the matchups are. I'm not sure who
I think Cardinals open with Tampa. I'm not sure what the Cubs do.
Cincinnati looks like they're hosting Boston on that game. So, but in any case, we're getting in the go mode, and pitchers and catchers are in their spring training mode right now. And like I said yesterday, when I was traveling out of the St. Louis area to come home after visiting with people and having a great vacation, it just here in the Redbird Rush Hour with Kevin Wheeler, he was talking all about how Matthew Libator seems to be coming right along.
Yeah.
There was some news about Ivan Herrera.
Herrera?
Did he come to our Cardinal Caravan?
Yeah, he was here 2 years ago.
And is he a catcher then?
Yes.
So he's reported, and I feel like he was going to be part of some kind of, world baseball.
He might be in that tournament that was here. I don't know.
But there were still some things going on, and
Yeah.
they didn't know whether he's going to be a part of it or not because of insurance being a little bit of an obstacle or something. Illinois baseball is in Tampa taking on USF at 5:30 tonight. Auburn beat Illinois' softball team 8-0 yesterday in Alabama. Day 2 today with games at 9 and 2. Caden Fagan had asked for a meeting with Coach Brett Bielema, and Illini Nation was bracing for impact, but moving to tight end was discussed. Illinois and basketball will be in action Sunday at noon as our number 8 Illini face the Indiana Hoosiers in Stripe, the State Farm Center noon tip-off. And we've got some winners coming in who had texted in Illini. Thanks to Parlor Donuts and Jets Pizza for giving away those tickets. Jeff was really excited. Number 10, Michigan State at Wisconsin at 7 o'clock. We have our Illini track and field in action. Tennis is at Iowa State. Wrestling tonight against number 5, Nebraska at 7 o'clock tonight. Some Illini fans are asking about Andrei Stojakovic and if he will play.
Hope so, but I don't think anybody really definitively knows. So is this a kind of a lingering problem, or is he fine? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know after Sunday we have 2 home games. That's it.
That's right.
Michigan Friday night, which is a hot ticket.
That's right.
That might be the hottest ticket we've had here in a while. Will they be ranked 2 or 1? We don't know.
And then the last game is UCLA?
Nope. We go IU. Then we'll go Wednesday at USC. Next Saturday, the 21st, a week from tomorrow, at UCLA. And then it's 6 days off. Friday night, February 27, Michigan. Then Tuesday, the 3rd of March, home Oregon.
Oregon.
And then finishing the 8th of March at Maryland before the Big Ten tournament the following week. And then Selection Sunday, which would be the 15th. And then the 22nd, we begin, actually earlier than that, 20th, I think we begin NCAA play.
Let's go.
Yeah. Good team. We have a good team. A lot of fun this year. A whole bunch of fun.
Go Illini.
All right, ESPN 93.5. Get Greg's weather one more time coming up.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Have you been to Pards in Urbana? Well, you need to go to Pards in Urbana. Here's what people are saying. Great customer service, friendly staff. They treat you like family. I love Pards. I was very impressed. Great service, very neat store. I was greeted and asked if they could help me. That's why you should go. Check them out. It's Pards in Urbana. They're between University and Maine. It's on Maple. Pards in Urbana, or visit pards.com. Pards.com.
In 1925, Bud and B. Reichert founded a small plumbing business in Urbana. Today, nearly 100 years later, A&R Mechanical is still thriving. A&R Mechanical believes in designing, building, and maintaining. As one of the largest and most innovative contractors in the Midwest, their team creates and sustains essential facility systems for iconic structures like the State Farm Center, the Memorial Stadium expansion, the Oven Basketball Complex, the Smith Football Performance Center, along with baseball, softball, and the Demersion Indoor Golf Facility. I'm Jay Lehman, former Fighting Illini All-American linebacker. As a longtime Champaign-Urbana resident, I can assure you that A&R Mechanical and their contributions have been a cornerstone to this community. Congratulations, A&R Mechanical, on 100 years of dedication, innovation, and community spirit. Design, build, maintain. It's what they've done for nearly 100 years and what they'll continue to do for the next 100 years. A&R Mechanical, celebrating a century of excellence and service. Visit ar-mech.com for more details.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Not a bad spell of weather for mid-February expected over the weekend. A March-like feel expected over the course of early to mid next week. Matter of fact, some record and near record-setting more than possible, and some rain in the forecast to hopefully nibble away at some of the ongoing drought and dryness-related issues across a good part of the area. Mostly sunny, milder for the day today. South-southwesterly breezes will kick on in. 51 the high, down to 32 for tonight. Partly sunny, mild again tomorrow at 53. Maybe a couple of raindrops to the south-southwest of Champaign County towards evening time. And a little bit of rain overspread the area for tomorrow night. Nothing impressive about totals. And a low down to 38. A few sprinkles linger early on Sunday. Partly cloudy, mild in the afternoon. Up to 54. Upper 50s to around 60s. Record, near record setting temperatures Monday, Tuesday, as well as Wednesday, Thursday next week. And some rain in the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday next week. High temperatures, as mentioned, upper 50s and lower 60s. And just some slight cooling with drier weather resuming late next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm just Greg Soldke.
Yeah, I know. We can't go for it. It's a fake. It's not going to be like this throughout. This is kind of a nice respite. Maybe a little rain for the farmers to get a little more moisture in the soil.
And that's coming our way. Looks like Sunday. But Monday, a lot of people with President's Day off.
Yeah.
They're saying 60.
Yeah, I don't think there's banks or post office Monday, right?
That's right.
No school.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, a big basketball game over in Tolono. It's a big one. It'll. I don't know if it'll be full because I think the Rocket Center holds 2,000 people.
What's happening with my Unity Rockets?
Pontiac at Unity for the conference championship. I think both teams are undefeated.
Okay.
In conference play.
Nice.
And so we will see what happens. as Unity tries to win their conference and then maybe get the number 1 seed and be sent somewhere. I think Unity's ranked in top 5 in the state.
Okay.
Matt Franks.
Pontiac is 19-5, and Unity is 25-2.
Yeah, it's amazing. 25-2. Matt Franks, by far, I don't have to look anything up, the most winningest coach in his first 3 years. I think he's, won 75 games in 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
It's just stunning.
It's amazing.
And they got that.
And he's super humble, too, when you ask him. He talks about the players and the coaching staff and this, kind of a unique senior squad and how they've all come together, and he's coached them so many years. And, they had to pivot so quickly because they were in the state championship game in football.
Yeah, I think one of the guys forgot to take his helmet off. That's how close between football and basketball. I mean, these kids have done a great job.
Absolutely.
Their 2 losses are to the same team.
To Topolis.
I know. The T-Town Wooden Shoes, always good.
That's right.
So we'll see what happens in a good high school basketball game. Best one tonight is in Tolono at Unity, 7 o'clock for the varsity.
Okay.
JV before that.
Go Rockets.
Okay, I think that's it. Go Illini Sunday at noon. Just get my guys out there. I need my guys all to play. Ben Humberkhouse and Jake Davis have had wonderful years being in their roles. Z's coming off the bench, one of the leading blockers in the Big Ten.
From Fisher saying Boswell listed as a game time decision.
Oh, boy, we're getting close. And if it's Boswell's decision, he's playing.
Uh-oh, Steve's talking about the Indiana Bears. That came up in the hot tub when I was in Pensacola Beach.
The Indiana, well, that's a business decision.
I know.
If Chicago can't figure out how to help that team stay in Chicago, it's a their thing, them thing. I mean, come on. Fix it. Get it done. Keep the Bears in Illinois. All right, Diane, we'll meet tomorrow.
Enjoy the weekend.
That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed weekend, and we will talk, God willing, on Monday. Enjoy your weekend.
The great loud venues in college basketball.
Don't miss your chance to cheer on Fighting Illini basketball this season.
Back, this place an absolute powder.
It is. Talk about tough buildings, right?
We need all of Illini Nation to help us defend State Farm Center.
Boswell left hand and one.
Great seat locations are still available for you to see Illinois basketball live this season. Get your tickets today at fightingillini.com.
No, that's awesome, Tim. It sounds really good. Gale for X Trucking, if you have some trucking experience and you want to join a team that treats you like family, you got them right here.
Yeah, we've got a spot left, and I've taken a page from Brad Underwood's book there, too. The last couple of days I've been communicating with a guy in the Philippines that's an American on active duty in the military, and he's got trucking experience.
Wow.
He's looking for a job when he comes home, so I'm opening that up. We love our veterans, and we've got a lot of veteran drivers, and we're looking to bring him on February 5th when he gets home.
Well, usually you send staff to go recruit him. I'll go to Manila. I'll go talk to him. Just got to pay my flight. Yeah, I'll be back in a month.
Stevie, I can't send you away that long. And actually, this guy from the Philippines found us through his dad in Hillsdale, Indiana, that heard us talking on the show. Dedicated Diesels at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana. They can get us on the phone at 217-328-0562.
I need to speak with someone in charge, a manager. Who's the manager?
Yes, ma'am. This is Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. How can we help out?
Picture this, Paul from Dick Van Dyke, if that's your real name.
I'm also not wearing khakis, but go ahead.
I get home from work and I need a cold drink with ice. And instead of feeling that cool, refreshing air, I get warm air and a whiff of rotten meat.
That's gross.
So here's what I need, Paul from Dick Van Dyke. I need a new refrigerator.
We have hundreds in stock.
Don't get fresh with me, mister.
Excuse me?
I need it delivered tomorrow.
We have next day delivery guaranteed Monday through Saturday.
I want it at this price.
We guarantee the best deal.
I want an extended protection plan.
I'll give you one for free.
Now, don't get smart with me, young man.
No joke. It's free, and I'm 49.
Well, wow.
That's what we say, but why did you ask for a manager?
How else would I get this deal?
You don't need the manager. We do this for everyone, every day at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. And just like Dad says, wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is
Wouldn't it be nice to visit a car dealership where you didn't feel like you were at an auction? Or didn't feel like you were being taken to the cleaners?
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Welcome to Sarah Champagne. At Sarah, they offer a one-price promise. Every vehicle at a fair price, no negotiation, only the best price. Sarah Champagne, Honda, BMW, GMC, Buick, and Subaru. SERRA Champagne.com.
February, the month of love, the month to
Break up with that junk. 2 Men in a Junk Truck will help you dump that old sofa, nasty fridge, and worn out TV. Don't stay in a toxic relationship with your clutter. Break free. Our friendly crews make the entire process easy. You point, we haul, no judgment. Decluttering doesn't have to be a project. Contact 2 Men in a Junk Truck today and be junk free by tomorrow. 2meninajuncktruck.com. 2 Men in a Junk Truck. Junk removal made simple.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.